Vijay.
Hi.
Welcome to Jab We Met. Welcome.
Thank you. Welcome. You just literally caught us in a meeting room.
It's fabulous being here, and thank you so much for agreeing to speak to us.
My pleasure. Thank you. Welcome in our office. CLM in Canada. You can do magic.
There's a Super Mario Vijay in your office which says you can do magic. Super Mario in a Paytm office?
I think this anchor thing. So you can do magic, you know. This is a proving point.
So the big buzz right now, of course, Vijay, is about Berkshire Hathaway and Warren Buffett coming and investing in your firm. You got this smile, and that smile simply doesn't come off.
No, I think, yeah, this is a big buzz. This is a big thing for a technology company, especially Warren has never invested, or I'd say Berkshire has never invested in a technology company before. And being the first in the world, and then being the first in India, which is like India have had many other opportunities to get a Berkshire to invest. I mean, I couldn't believe that.
And it's also quite contrary to the ordinary Berkshire Warren Buffett approach to investing, value investing, deep cash flows. They look at ratios and they look at Paytm and they wonder, where are the cash flows here?
I think Paytm is an early stage investment for Berkshire, where when you come in at now, it's inevitable that the model of financial services on internet and technology is showing up in other countries. I mean, China is definitely one of those big numbers showing up. So there is a tremendous amount of cash flow that can be generated based on the business model that we know. So this is an early stage investment in a Berkshire age. I understand at a tens of $1 billion, it is not called early, but in their reference, I.
But you know, there's so many businessmen, legacy tycoons looking at the Paytm story, partly envious, partly curious, saying, okay, he's got Warren Buffett's investment, but where is he getting his money from? How does he hope to get bottom line? How does he hope to get profits?
So, one of the best thing about our company is that we have multiple line items for businesses, and certain of them, those line items are already profitable. In fact, some of them even generate cash that is profitable with the cash flow generation, and certain of them are investments.
You are hoping to get a selfie with Warren Buffett. Has that happened or not yet?
Now that not yet, and now that Berkshire is a shareholder, I would take it probably at a time when I get to see him in a board meeting. Hopefully he joins one of our board meetings. We'll go Omaha to do the board meeting.
But that's interesting because this is the first time they're investing, and that's really a big deal. You've had many firsts and very exciting firsts as well. And in some senses, you're the poster boy of the current fintech boom.
Very horizontally challenged poster boy, I can say.
No, not at all. There's Super Mario, and then there is you. And quite a emblematic symbol you've got over here saying you can do magic.
Yeah, that's a tagline that I said it because I think after a couple of years of Paytm journey, I myself, or Ravi Adusmali, whom I call my co-founder, although he's an investor shareholder, but together we did a lot of things together in this company and started also. So we both say this, that this is nothing less than a magic. This is surreal at many stages. Common people like us who wouldn't have got a ticket to be in this game are getting the front row ticket in this game. That's amazing. I mean, there is no other word to describe that this is nearly magical, and it must be some superpower in God up above who's blessing us with the kindness.
Which is also why you're the first guest on this new show, Jab We Met, because in many ways you're the symbol, the embodiment of the new Indian dream. The youngest and the fastest Indian to become a billionaire?
I don't know fastest, but I think these lists are the things that I wish I never become addicted to or be bothered about. I definitely want to say that. So these benchmarks of being youngest, being fastest, being this, being big, being this, the better thing I truly believe, when I die, my legacy says, this guy changed this country for good. After that, now the world is different.
So you're not counting your millions?
I 100% don't bother about that.
How rich are you today?
I 100% do not know this. And in fact...
Why do I not believe that?
Because the reason is that, can you believe that this company's ESOP pool, where I would have given my own 4% of capital, I gave my ownership back to the team because I wanted them with me together. So if I was conscious about and I wanted all this on my side, I wouldn't have ever done that. I would have asked my shareholders to participate at least, but that is not the case. I definitely know one thing for sure. When I die, I shouldn't be known as the dash richest or the one of the richest or anything. I want to be known as the one of the most impactful person.
Ah, wonderful. Let's walk across to where you sit.
Yes. In fact, I can also say that, look, if you notice here, there is nothing that I wear or no physical ornamental value things that I aspire for. My glasses would cost me 800 rupees, my shirt would cost me 1600 rupees. You know, so it is not because that I want to say a statement. I want to say this, that I do not want to get used to of money ever in my life.
Nice.
I never want to get used to. This is my table. This is
where you sit?
This is I sit.
In the middle of the office?
It's in the middle of the office. And the best part I can tell you is, I met Kishore Byani. He was taking me to a gentleman to see in one of the conversations we were doing. So I said, what a swanky office. And he said, you can have a swanky office. You must be having swanky office. And Kishore Byani says to the gentleman saying that, no, Vijay ji ke office mein agar aap hath यूं karo, to aap kisi dusre ki seat mein घुस जाते हो. So that is the statement here.
I was reading somewhere, Vijay, that you were saying that driving is your key way of de-stressing.
Well, I think it is one of those joy toys where I get to be me, I get to be with myself. So this is the my time, me time, and this is where I play my own music. I definitely talk to my friends in the car. So this is one of those de-stressors.
Okay, so let's go for a spin. I'll sit at the back. We got a cameraman in front, and you can drive.
Thank you.
So what's the kind of music you listen to?
I listen to Coldplay, U2, Floyd. You can understand that genre. And jazz, high energy music like Coldplay is my way.
Vijay, in this segment, Kickstart, we want to take you right back to where you started from. And so tell everyone who's watching, how does this young boy from Harduaganj near Aligarh, who mostly only speaks Hindi, go on to become the fastest man to become a billionaire in India?
The essence is when you are set out to do something and you never bother about what is behind you. Meaning, when I was in college in Harduaganj, my 11th class exam was in Hindi. 11th and 12th class exam were in Hindi. My entrance tests were in English, and I did not even have you cannot believe that there was no coaching class that could teach in Hindi. So I was in a dilemma that can I learn English or
तो उस टाइम आप सिर्फ हिंदी बोलते थे?
मैं सिर्फ हिंदी बोलता था और समांतर पट संधारित्र जैसे पैरेलल प्लेट कैपेसिटर को बोलते हैं, संहिति गुणा वेग संवेग को बोलते हैं, तो ये सारी चीज़ें मेरी ज़िंदगी में हुआ करती थी. एंड टीचर के लिए जो वो बोर्ड पे लिख रहे हैं इंग्लिश में, आई मीन यू फिजिक्स पढ़ रहे हो या इंग्लिश पढ़ रहे हो ये बहुत बड़ी प्रॉब्लम होती थी. केमिस्ट्री पढ़ रहे हो या इंग्लिश पढ़ रहे हो, चूंकि किंतु की जगह पे दैट इज बिकॉज ऑफ. एंड मतलब मैं बता नहीं सकता कि कितना पेन हुआ मेरी लाइफ में कि मैं अपने आप में स्कूल टॉपर था क्लास 12th में, और मैं एंट्रेंस एग्जाम में मैं पॉपर था, पॉपर जिसको कुछ भी नहीं आता. एंड एक साल लकी मेरे साथ एज थी, एज वॉज लकी विद मी दैट आई वॉज एबल टू डू थिंग्स विच अदर्स को नॉट. के एक साल का ड्रॉप ईयर था, तो मैंने किताबें साथ में रखी, एक एनसीईआरटी की किताब, एक यूपी बोर्ड की किताब, और फिर वहाँ पे वर्ड से वर्ड ट्राई करा सीखने का. कुछ समझ में आने लग गया, लेकिन सब कुछ नहीं आया. अब एग्ज़ाम जो मेरा हुआ था, उस एग्ज़ाम में मैंने ऑब्जेक्टिव टाइप वाले एग्ज़ाम मैंने अच्छी तरह से क्रॉस कर लिए, और जो सब्जेक्टिव थे वो नहीं हुए. अब ऑब्जेक्टिव में क्या होता था कि आप क्वेश्चन की जगह आंसर पढ़ लो तो आपको पता चल जाएगा क्वेश्चन क्या है. अगर मैं आपको मीटर पर सेकंड पूछ रहा हूँ तो स्पीड ही पूछ रहा हूँ. एंड दैट इज़ हाउ मैंने डीसी का एग्ज़ाम पास कर लिया. एंड देखो, कुछ भी कह लो, अगर आपको सब्जेक्ट के फंडामेंटल आते हैं तो थोड़ा एग्ज़ाम में भी आप चांस ले सकते हो. एंड आई वॉज लकी इनफ, मेरी रैंक 47 आई डीसी की एंट्रेंस. करेक्ट. एंड दैट मेड मी गेट द ब्रांच आई वांटेड, इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स एंड कम्युनिकेशन. अब अलीगढ़ से इंजीनियरिंग कॉलेज तो आ गए, लेकिन इंजीनियरिंग कॉलेज थोड़ा और ज़्यादा कुंडा हो गया, क्योंकि वहाँ पे डीपीएस के टॉपर, वहाँ पे सीबीएसई के टॉपर, और ऐसे लोग जिनको अब अभी तक तो बुक्स इंग्लिश में थी, अब लोग भी अंग्रेजी थे. एंड देन मतलब मेरी उम्र भी उस टाइम पे मैं 15 ईयर्स का था. मैं पहली बार दिल्ली आया हूँ और मैं हॉस्टल में हूँ, और उन लोगों के बीच में हूँ जो लोग बहुत शूश हैं, हाई फाई जिनको एक कह सकते हो आप, फॉर अ रेफरेंस ऑफ अलीगढ़ और दैट टू हरदोगन पर्सन. आई जस्ट डिड नॉट नो हाउ विल आई सर्वाइव. मेरे अंदर वो विड्रॉल सिम्टम्स आए, क्लास में मैं फेल होने लग गया. फर्स्ट सेमेस्टर के बाद सेकंड सेमेस्टर में मेरे सप्ली भी लग गई, पहले साल में ही मेरे को बैक लग गई. एंड दैट जस्ट मेड मी फील वेरी हॉरिबली बैड. फिर उस टाइम पे कुछ ना मेरी ज़िंदगी में वो जो अमिताभ बच्चन वाला अंडरडॉगिज्म है ना, जो रोते हुए आते हैं सब, हंसता हुआ जो जाएगा, वो मूवमेंट आया। मैंने कहा यार रोते हुए तो सब आ रहे हैं, इसमें जो हंसता हुआ जाएगा ना वो मुकद्दर का सिकंदर कहलाएगा। और फिर मैंने सारी अपनी जो एजुकेशन है उसका जिस्ट इसमें पता करा कि लास्ट में कैंपस में जॉब लगती है। जिसकी कैंपस में एक अच्छी जॉब है ना उसकी कोई रिजल्ट नहीं पूछता कि क्या हुआ।
So in a culture where everybody wanted to get an on-campus placement, how did the startup bug bite you?
Yeah, and that too in 95. The problem was that I could figure out that I'm not going to get good grades. Now anymore, nobody can make me a class topper, and everybody who's getting a good job is someone who's getting like good grades. And then somehow and some sheer luck, I ended up getting a Fortune magazine which was second hand in a Daryaganj market, typically 10 rupees, 15 rupees that you go in a Raddi shop and then you get them and then Daryaganj sell it. So I was lucky to get the one where the Silicon Valley story was there. So I was reading this and everybody has a college dropout story. उनकी स्टोरी में कॉलेज ड्रॉप आउट फैंसी था, मेरी स्टोरी में ऑब्लिगेटरी होने वाला था। तो मैंने कहा कि आई थिंक एक काम करते हैं, इनकी जो आई मीन व्हाट दे हैव डन, कैन आई डू इट सिटिंग इन इंडिया, कैन आई डू इट हियर? So I first dreamt of going to Silicon Valley, basically Stanford, but didn't have money, so couldn't do that. And then I said, okay, let's just build a company in this country. Internet is happening in the world. Why can't we build it out of this country and then becomes an example? अपने हॉस्टल की गली का नाम मैंने सिलिकन वैली रख लिया था। ये सिलिकन वैली है, हम सिलिकन वैली नहीं सिलिकन वैली से बनाएंगे। पहले मेरे घर में थोड़ा सा इमोशनल सा ड्रामा हुआ जिसमें कि प्रॉब्लम ये आई कि मेरे फादर थे, वो ये कह रहे थे कि नहीं इसको जॉब लेनी चाहिए, और Y2K हो रहा था, 98 में मैं कॉलेज से निकला हूँ। सो बहुत क्लियर था कि यूएस बहुत H1B वीजा पे बहुत लोग जा रहे थे। तो एक ना देखिए, आप अलीगढ़ से आए हो, आपकी क्या एस्पिरेशन हो सकती है, यूएस में लड़का है हमारा। तो उस बैकग्राउंड से अपनी अंडरस्टैंडिंग ये हो गई कि जॉब लेना जरूरी है। फिर मैंने मम्मी को थोड़ा कजोल किया कि छोड़ देते हैं मम्मी, मेरी ज़िंदगी में कुछ एक्साइटमेंट है, आप समझा करो, स्टार्टअप एक सही चीज़ होती है। एंड ऑब्वियसली एक ना बड़ी प्रॉब्लम छोटे शहर से आने की है कि लड़का अगर बिजनेस कर रहा है तो इसलिए क्योंकि उसकी नौकरी नहीं लगी, इसके लिए ये बिजनेस डाल दिया है। ये प्रॉब्लम है। सो वहाँ पे ये नहीं होता, एंटरप्रेन्योर गलत वर्ड है, क्योंकि एंटरप्रेन्योर कोई नहीं जानते, वहाँ बिजनेस डाल दिया है लड़के के लिए, दुकान खोल दी हमने इस लड़के के लिए। सो कॉलेज से 6 महीने के बाद मैंने अपनी स्टार्टअप पहले $1 मिलियन में 1998 में बेच दी थी। लेट्स ड्राइव नाउ।
So these are postage, you said?
Yeah, postage. So this is because when you have these creative people, you need let them. There is an urge to fly, urge to let out, urge to do something. So this is their urge coming out. And I personally believe that people should do what they really want to do. This just gives them opportunity to experience some other form of art of their life. Because whatever you may say, end of the day, creative persons don't get satisfied just by money.
So you don't feel that you want to build like a Google or Facebook kind of office, a very fun office?
Fun office? I think we are building one. We are now finally at a stage where we will become bigger to host a large campus.
In Blueprint, Vijay, what we want you to do is tell everyone who's watching, some of your mantras for success.
I'd say speed.
You've got this written here.
Yes. Companies can get copy or build a similar product, but nobody should be able to match your speed. If there is a opportunity in the market, you have to make it first to do it and maximum to do it. I still remember in November 2016 when there was demonetization announcement at 8 p.m. in the night, we were the first company who were able to call the media houses and block their printouts.
सबने बोला इसको पहले बता दिया मोदी जी ने.
I think तब मैं सारे अखबारों में डाल देता. वो हुआ ही नहीं, ऐसा कुछ होता नहीं है. And this was the case that we got to know at 8:30. At 9 we had a appointment booked with everyone. I think the Bennett and Coleman, those who published Times of India, they said no, we are not stopping at 11 o'clock. Our ad went out at 11ish and we were there in 3 newspapers. And that is where the speed comes out. Look, I would say that as a startup, if you do not have a speed, you don't have your core correct yet. If we did not make most of what this opportunity is, then I'd say that we did not do justice to the opportunity. I have this mug here which says go big or go home. I'll give you a story.
Go big or go home.
Go big or go home. This is just as a reminder to every teammate that you are not supposed to be the one who has to think small. You have to take a bet on a market and dominance in the market. And I think I'll give you a little bit more about how did we come out of it, but this is on every mug. So as a startup, you have to think scale, so you have to think big, and if you are not, then you are going to be a fry that will be eaten by others.
So you've got, Vijay, very clearly a very young team. Some of these kids come up to you and say, we want to be you, we want to be the next Vijay.
I think they want to be the next who they are. There's nobody who has to be someone. I don't think that I'm aiming to be someone or somebody should aim to be me. The best part is that, like you inspire many, like I hope this company inspires many young companies to become something worthwhile. I wanted to go to Stanford to get educated. I didn't have enough money, so I stayed sort of in this country. So उपलब style में मैंने सीखा कि ये अंगूठा तो आप नहीं ले रहे हैं, लेकिन I can hopefully learn a lot from you.
You've got lots of these meeting rooms,
which are named or international cities.
Each one have a different name. Singapore, Madrid. I saw Paris. I saw San Francisco. What is this?
I came from a small city background where the aspiration was to go to the big city. You know, the big city meant Delhi was big city, and then once you come to Delhi, then you want to go Singapore. When you go Singapore, then you want to go San Francisco. So there was a little bit of wannabeism when we wanted to name our rooms. We said, let's have a meeting in San Francisco, then we'll meet in Hong Kong.
So you accept this is wannabeism?
I think there is a genuine wannabeism of who wants to be all around us. And in this company, we live through our dreams to vividly imagine what it will be like, and we try to make it real.
So you've had so many successes. You know, when there's a big milestone, how do you celebrate?
There is not many people whom I can call. My family does not read Pink newspaper, the business.
They don't follow you?
They not just they don't follow me, they don't even bother to open if there is a news related to me. Sometimes in my house, I have to tell, I'm going through a stress if you did not read what the front page is. And my wife would say, can you send me a photo of which front page is, because it doesn't show up on this front page. So I'd say that the life back home is a very normal life. Like Pink Floyd said, after all, we are ordinary men.
That's nice. You got lots of motivational quotes all over. We've got Nelson Mandela, I saw Barack Obama, and you're constantly quoting these motivational speakers.
I think in my personal life, I never had opportunity to meet a business leader or set of education which was very fancy in a way. So for me, these are my teachers, these are my preachers. What they say is sort of a life lesson, that it is always seeming impossible till the time you've done it. It brings hope to the whole body, team, everybody. I mean, you know what happened in US in elections. So yes, we can. What a statement. What a statement. And I think men of few words who said the best thing in their fewer words, why not quote them? I don't.
Let's go. So what happens is it captures people's attention.
Oh, yes.
So uske baad,
and this is new for anyone.
Come.
Please.
In Breakpoint, Vijay, you know, I want to understand from you, what was that one moment when you thought, you know, your dreams, your ambitions, your aspirations were falling apart, and did you see the end of the road?
As an entrepreneur, there are times that you go through this, but then there are times when you just do not know when this light at the end of the tunnel is even there, or is there nothing there. I remember when we started our business of Paytm in 2011-12 is the one time we started. We started on our own money. I mean, the company 197 was making its own money. I'll do a chronological schedule for you on the whiteboard. I remember that we were running this company on all the money that our business was generating. And we were spending like about 50-60 crores a month. That meant in 2 or 3 months you had 100 crores going. I was trying to raise money in September. I met SoftBank. In October, I met Jack Ma in Alibaba. And this is SoftBank. Now, the problem was that all these investments take months and months to complete. One of the board members said that you are taking this company to a bankruptcy, my friend. If you're going to continue throwing this money, I don't know whether you raise money or not, but this company won't have money to even survive. This conversation that you will have to shut this company, shut this Paytm business kept coming. I just couldn't believe that amount of hard work, aspirations, and what all we've built on this, we will have to shut it. I, in my boardroom, wrote, go big or go home. We have taken a bet. If it is something, this country will know this is something. If it is meaning, and it ends up making us bankrupt and it ends up making us go back home, we will choose to. This is a go big, go home journey. In February, I brought all my shares of ownership and I went to HDFC Bank and they give me 60 crore rupee of loan. And then we crossed the march, and that is the time when we got our first money. I cannot tell you when we were going through this journey, जैसे घर में होता है ना, पहले आप अपनी सेविंग्स बेचते हो, फिर आप घर में जो ऐसी चीज़ें जिनको आपको लगता है कि यूज़ नहीं होंगी वो बेचते हो, फिर आप घर में के गहने निकाल के बेचते हो. This was that time, and I still remember that day when my teammate came to me and he said, Vijay, I don't know how will we get money because there is no money source. So I said, because I own some shares, मैं अपने शेयर गिरवी रख देता हूँ. So we did that, and that is how.
And this is where it took off from.
This is
That's where the hockey stick starts.
This is a time when company was valued like less than 200 million, and right now we are at a 12 billion valuation.
And how much of this 12 billion is yours? 16%?
Yeah.
Well done. That's quite an incredible story.
Thank you.
I was in the Google and Facebook office in San Francisco. Those places were a lot of fun. Do you keep things very serious, sir? Or are people allowed to break free?
First of all, this is more fun than any other office. Here the boss along with the team has fun. I call myself resident DJ.
Watching the video. For more such news and updates, please like, share and subscribe to India Today. Also check out our other great videos from our channel. We know you will love to.